Hello, everyone. How's it going, guys? Good morning. Oh, I'm beat. Let me just have a sip of this coffee here. I'm sorry I'm both a day late as well as 10 minutes late. But here I am. Before we start real quick, thanks very much to Silva Luca for the $2 super chat. Right before we began, Carl's wrong. I wasn't aggressive enough. Yeah, I don't think I was aggressive at all, frankly. In that video, the porn video, and DRT is king for 5. Free Hong Kong. I get your point about the porn. While I think Gab went too far in the banning of the porn, I believe we should advocate against the smut. It's one of those things where it's like, I definitely view porn as the same as being like cigarettes, where there should be a social stigma against it, and it shouldn't really be advertised, but it should be legal, and it should be available for those who want them, you know? So, yeah, I guess that video that I made kind of drummed up some controversy, didn't it? Like, some people were kind of getting angry about the fact that, I don't know. I feel like there's a small contingent of my audience that believes that I'm some kind of, like, pure conservative, which is just not the case, man. You know, being anti-SJW doesn't mean that I'm, like, pro-radical right or something. I'm not a member of the alt-right. I'm not really a conservative all that much. You know, I'm definitely, as Sargon put it, a social liberal. That's where I view myself, anyway. That guy, $2. What I think of Carl's response video? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it last night, in fact. And he and I have talked about it in private. You know, I think we mostly agree on things. You know, the way he framed the situation was that, like, I guess he thinks I didn't fully explore one of the ideas, and I think I did. My point of view is that when you really boil the porn argument down, the state should have no say in what happens. And Gab, you know, I didn't mention this in the video, and it's to my detriment that I didn't mention it. I should have mentioned this in the video. But recently, Gab has been supporting people who want to change the law such that porn is actually made illegal. You know, they were supporting a congressman who's been talking about putting forward a bill that makes porn illegal. They were supporting that one guy that I talked about, the verified idiot. He mentioned that he wanted porn to he wanted pornographers to be jailed. You know, I didn't mention these things in the video because, and I guess I'm an idiot because I thought everyone already knew it. I thought everyone already knew, but like, you know, Gab has gone beyond just not wanting porn on their website, which is fine. That's their choice. To actually wanting, you know, legal implementation of banning porn in some way. And I'm just like, well, that's too far, obviously. Like, even though porn's a bad thing, we shouldn't ban it. You know, just like cigarettes are a bad thing, we shouldn't ban them. Alcohol's a bad thing, we shouldn't ban it. You know? Let's see if I can find the tweets, just so that, like, we're all on the same page here. Because I'm honestly, I thought like everyone knew. Let me see if I can grab them. Okay, here we go. I got one of them. Yeah, this guy said it on December 6th, and then by December 7th, people were repeating this. So I'm going to bring this up in a minute, okay? And where is the I can find at least one of them. You see, I don't mind an ID to, like, get access to your porn, I guess, if you're buying it in real life. Kind of makes sense, right? I can't find the senator who's putting forward, or it was a congressman who's putting forward. I can't find that right now, and I probably shouldn't be looking it up on air. So when I start the news today, I will show you the tweets that I have. But basically, Gab is in support of people who not only want to ban porn on Gab, which is their right to do so, but to like put restrictions on porn using government force, and that's just too far for me. Devinor, thanks for the 20 kroner. Sargon sound like a moral Puritan? I mean, maybe, but Sargon, he has a stance that he takes sometimes that I just can't agree with, and it's basically like a universal disgust stance, and I don't think disgust is universal. So, for example, he talked about on a stream with Arch, he talked about Yiz for $2, busy at work, wanted to send love. Thanks very much, Yiz, I appreciate it. So Sargon, it was at the end of one of the vampire streams on Arch's channel, and he said that, you know, society should ban incest, and the only argument for banning incest is that you create, you know, disabled children out of it, right? Otherwise, it's disgusting, but if there's no kids being created, then there's no harm being done. And Sargon says, well, you know, you can't just only look at the harm. You know, people on the far left, they always ignore disgust as one of... He mentioned like 6 polls by which you judge something to be good or bad morally, and one of them is disgust. And the left, you know, has completely abandoned disgust. They just say, well, the disgust is completely subjective. And on the one hand, Sargon's right. The left has abandoned disgust, and it is to their detriment. But on the other hand, disgust is completely subjective, you know? If your only argument against something is that you find it disgusting, well, you're not, you know, the arbiter of all things. You can't say that your personal subjective opinion on what is disgusting and what isn't should be codified into law, you know? Disgust is important, but it can't be the domain of the government to regulate. And that's kind of what I would say to Sargon in that instance. And so, like, when it comes to pornography, yeah, I kind of put pornography in that same bucket. It's like it's something that is obviously not good. I don't think anyone can actually make the argument that it really is good, at least if you overconsume it. But at the same time, it's not something the state should step in and regulate, you know? It's like I said, it's hold on a minute. Dreadgear, bestiality and incest is beyond degenerate. It's not about baby making. It's about normalizing it. Well, see, that's the SJW argument, though. You know, think about it. That is the exact argument, Dreadgear, that the SJW has used. For example, bestiality you can kind of take out of the conversation because pets can't consent. They don't have the ability to consent the way that adults do. So if an animal can never consent, then you can never fuck it no matter what. That's just kind of how it is. Incest is beyond degenerate. It's not about baby making, it's about normalizing it. Well, see, SJW say that all the time. You know, they say, oh, you shouldn't have Ben Shapiro on PewDiePie's channel because it's normalizing and humanizing Ben Shapiro. You know, you shouldn't tell a racist joke because now you're normalizing racism. You know, that's the exact same argument that they use, and it's why it's not a good argument. You know, Sargon conceptualized it as like a tearing away, like a fraying of the edges of the moral fabric that we all live under, or like the social fabric, you know? And that's true, but the right to free speech, the right to free expression, the right to free association, the right to do with what you want with your life is, in my opinion, a higher order value than the fraying of the social fabric. DRT is king, $2. You and Britisher are Slanishi degenerates? Thanks, dude, but I don't know what Slanishi means. Let me just look that up real quick. Oh, it's a Warhammer thing? I'm sorry, man. I don't follow Warhammer, but thank you. Yeah, Apple's Ghost. Disgust isn't totally subjective. Disgust is related to sickness. Yes, it is. But we also know that like people with higher disgust sensitivity, generally, this is a very general thing. They generally have lower IQ. There's like a rough correlation there. It's not like a super strong correlation, but there is a correlation there. So oftentimes, what happens is the dumber a person is, they're likely to just find more things disgusting because rather than, you know, have the brain power to like pick and choose and kind of figure it out, it's just safer just to wall things off and protect yourself from them. So People who are like extremely disgust sensitive are more likely to like to lack certain cognitive abilities. So it's like, well, maybe if you want to codify your subjective idea of what disgust is, maybe that ends up infringing on somebody else's rights. You know, maybe we shouldn't do that. Disgust is one of those things that should be a personal barometer of what you want to do. It shouldn't be something that you actually judge anything by. Yeah, Apple, you're right. Yeah, Hitler likened the German country as a body and the Jews as a sickness. Yeah. You know, they use Zyklon B to like clean factories where they cleaned out races with it, you know? Hey John Slowowski, thanks for the $3. No sipification. I'm sipping right now. Disgust is partially subconscious, yes. And an IQ is one of those things that you can't really change, Dranzer. Yeah, you can't. You just can't change it. Okay, so anyway, that was my situation regarding yesterday's video. I'm glad so many people liked it. I think Shoe on Head's doing a reply to it too, so that's cool. What else is going on? Okay, so I was supposed to do a morning Game Boomers show, but Dave's here, but he's sick. He says he's gonna do a show tonight instead. You know, which I guess he's still gonna be sick tonight, but you know, whatever. I guess we're doing a show tonight. That would be. Let me just type it in here. Twitch.Game Boomer. There it is. Twitch.tv/Game Boomers. Swing by there tonight, 7 p.m. EST. We're probably going to play Donkey Kong 64. If not, maybe some Luigi's Mansion 3. Something like that. You can definitely lower your IQ, but you can't really raise it. Yeah. What is the argument against two sisters fucking? There is none, Joel Cole. There seriously is none. If they're both consenting adults, there is no argument against it. And it probably shouldn't be legal. I mean, it shouldn't be illegal, really. So anyway, yeah, I've noticed a bunch of people who watch this. They're now watching Game Boomers and like it. Like there's Red Pen Dragon who watches it now, and I've heard him say he enjoys it. I've heard C Dranzer in the chat say he enjoys it. Sam Clark just said I've been watching Game Boomers. It's been good. So yeah, please consider checking it out, guys. You might enjoy it. Oh, hey Nordic Kiwi, what's up, man? Sure he's not hungover? Yeah, he might be. Who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? But anyway, swing by tonight. We'll play some kind of video game. It was supposed to be right after the sip this morning, like 10:30 or something, but he wants to do it tonight, so we're doing it tonight. Having a three-way with two redheaded twins is the ultimate fantasy. Yeah, I mean, dude, guys like to fuck two sisters all the time. That seems to be like a very common fantasy, you know? So, get out of here, Rapture. You know who Dave is. Gay incest good, straight incest bad. I'm not even saying that, Organic Potato. Like, what I'm saying is, if incest doesn't create children, there's no legal reason to ban it. There's certainly moral reason to ban it. Yeah, Apple's Ghost, you've been watching now for 7 months, and you really enjoy it. You think incest is a slippery slope to pedophilia? Maybe. But here's the thing, like there's a good legal reason to keep pedophilia illegal. It goes beyond disgust because you're actively harming people at that point. You know? Incest is bad both morally and scientifically. Well, Valmitic, how is it bad scientifically? Not really, Frugline. Like, the argument against necrophilia is that the person who is dead can't consent. Devanor for 20 kroner. Instead of MJW, use the old word, moral fag. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. I do remember, like, the moral fags of like, the 2000s on 4chan. Yeah. Who is Dom? Who is Dom? Who is Dom? Dom is Dave's girlfriend. She actually hurt herself, and she's here too. Like, Naomi's here just sleeping. Dave's here being all sick, and Dom's here being all injured. I'm the only one who's actually good to go. Exactly, Cedra answer. Exactly, yeah. Cedra said, I feel like incestual reproduction should be illegal, but the intercourse itself should not be. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Arrowman, I think I brought this up on Vampire too. The argument against necrophilia is that you no. I brought this up with my dry bread. My argument against necrophilia is that it ends up creating an incentive. Because here's the thing. If you can do something, then it automatically creates a financial incentive to do it. So if corpses are not completely sacrosanct, and you can like turn them, even if you can just take a corpse and turn it into fertilizer, well, then you have a financial incentive to do so. Then maybe you have companies saying, hey, you're 85 years old. The next 5 to 10 years of your life might be pretty bad. You might be a burden on your family. We will give your family, say, $1,000 if you die right now, and if you just kill yourself right now, and then we can take your corpse and use it as basically pig feed or something. Right? There becomes a financial incentive to actually to actually have people die so that their corpses can be utilized for other purposes. So as soon as something's allowed, you can bet your bottom dollar that a market's going to spring up around it. And we really don't want that happening with disposal of the dead beyond just, the usual funeral home kind of market, right? So so there's definitely like a practical argument for keeping corpses, relatively sacrosanct, and you can't just do whatever the fuck you want with them, Missed a whole bunch of super chats. Let's do it right now. 200 rubles from Mr. Ravelon. Thanks, dude. By even entertaining the discussion of social value of porn, you give ground to censors. It's individual matter. The moment somebody wonders about its value to society, the answer is does not matter. Exactly. I agree. Yeah. $2 from Brick Muppet, just straight away. Thanks very much, dude. Appreciate it. $2 from Jack Deon. You missed my birthday. It was yesterday. Well, happy birthday, dude. Sean Vermillion for $5. What is your opinion on the rise of commercial fake incest porn and its popularity? I've heard a lot of people complain about that. Like, they go to Pornhub and everything's like stepsister or whatever, and it's like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to watch this. I think taboos just kind of like rise and fall in waves, and that's the one that it is now. 5 years ago it was definitely interracial porn, and now it's more like a stepsister, stepbrother porn. I think like in 5 years those videos will pretty much fall away and there'll be something else. Anyway, you guys want to start the news? We should probably start the news, eh? Give me a moment, chums. Give me a moment. Before I start the news, I'll give you the quick donation rundowns if you don't mind. Here's the advertisements. How to support SFO? Well, that super chat function works real well if you feel like doing it. However, YouTube takes 30% off the top of those super chats. So, how to support SFO? One-time donation directly to my PayPal. PayPal.me/shortfatotaku. I don't read those out on the stream because I don't have Streamlabs set up. However, it is an easy way for me to get money that they're not taking a whole chunk off the top. Like PayPal might take like 5% or 2% or something. Monthly options for recurring options is Patreon, Subscribestar, the YouTube membership button, which takes 30%, and a Twitch sub over at my Game Boomers gaming channel, which takes 50%. But with Amazon Prime, it's free. You get one free sub on Amazon Prime. Now, the whole point of the monthly option is that if you do one of those 4 recurring options, you get let into the $5 club on my Discord. And then if you, and that's only for 1 month because it's a monthly recurring option, obviously. But $100 lump sum gets you into the $5 club for life. And that's how it works. Let me just check out. I missed a few supers while I was doing that. Mothman for 2. Oof, that's hard. Grandma died at 4 a.m. Well, shit, I'm sorry, dude. Sorry your grandma died at 4 a.m. That was like just 5 hours ago, man. Shit. Well, I hope you can at least have like an hour of fun with me while I do some of this stupid news. I'm really sorry, dude. Dave's grandma actually had just had like a big fall, and we were worried she was gonna die because it was when you're like fucking 90 and you fall down the stairs or whatever, you're pretty much done. But she's holding on. Brick Muppet, $5. You just made the conservative argument against using fetal parts, which is creating a market. I actually agree. Yeah, like, if that's how it works. Well, to be fair, like the counter argument to that is that a fetus isn't a person, doesn't have personhood rights. There's back and forth there. But in general, I agree with you. Like, we probably shouldn't be using, the parts of aborted babies to do stuff with, or like Oprah Winfrey getting her like foreskin creams. Probably shouldn't be doing that either. All right, let's do the news. Let's go. We have had our discussion on this bullshit. Where's the news now? Is this it? That's it. So to start us off, we have the tweets that I found. Yeah. See? Matt Walsh. Nothing accidental. Okay. Yes, I unapologetically argue for deplatforming all pornographers. Put them in jail too. This goes beyond Gab just getting porn off their platform. It goes way beyond that. This is definitely straight up like wanting the government to step in. All right. Wait, you guys don't know about the foreskin cream? Yeah. The reason that circumcision is pushed so hard by a certain part of the industry is because foreskins are used to make certain facial creams. So anyway, yeah, this guy wants him to go to jail. Like, fuck. What the fuck, dude? And then after he said that, this became the meme. Pornography should be illegal and pornographers should be put in jail. And ironically, #bang porn. And now everyone's saying it. See? People are just saying it. They just fucking say it, dude. Yeah. Wow. Like, fuck these people, man. Of course, here's the other end of the spectrum here. Polyamorous woman, 20, reveals she fell pregnant. She fell pregnant like it's this fucking Jesus Christ. By one of her 4 partners after they all went on vacation together. But she says they will all raise the baby as a family. Social Link the Great for 50 kroners. Just one more package, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, so Tori, 20 years old from Jacksonville, Florida. Of course, it's flicking Florida. Lives with 3 of her 4 partners. There's Mark, 18, Travis, 23, Ethan, 22, and Christopher, 22. All right. Tori and Chris found out they were pregnant in May while she got engaged to Travis in July. Wow. This is the 4 of them? I didn't see this before. This is her. Are you guys that desperate? Are you guys that fucking desperate? And these are the 4 dudes. There's about 400 pounds of soy on this goddamn couch. Holy shit. Spare Wars? I'm honestly stunned. What? Okay. They will raise the baby as a family. Okay. Good for them. All right. So, wait. 7 months ago, Tori and Chris found out they were pregnant with a baby girl. How do you know it was Chris? Could have been any of these guys. Are like the other 3 infertile or something? The guy on the right looks like you. This guy? There is no way this motherfucker looks like me. Yeah, I'm banning you right now, Nordic Kiwi. Despite being in an open relationship, Tori is currently the only one who has multiple romantic partners. However, she says that her boyfriends are welcome to pursue other people if they wish to. She even encourages the idea. I would love it if somebody found a second partner. Oh my god. Look at this guy. This is sleep at the wheel, motherfucker. I'd like to not be the only woman in the relationship. That would definitely be nice. Oh my fucking god. There's always going to be little moments of jealousy, but the best way to deal with it, talking about it. And they're just like playing cards. I'm stunned. Dude. Like I'm just stunned. She's actually unattractive, and so are all they. But like, why would you fucking live like this? Like, do they all fuck each other? Is it one of those relationships? Jesus Christ, stop repeating the pictures. Fucking Daily Mail? Oh my god. Tyler Santinelli, $5. Dev, the poly thing is huge right now. I've watched it destroy so many relationships. It's always the woman with multiple and men with just her. You sure she's not just fat, sensation? Thanks for the 2. Tyler, something that I've noticed is like, wait, with there being 5 adults in the house, we should probably have more than one kid. Get the fuck out of that household. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, something I've noticed is like, yes, this is the end result of complete freedom to do what you want to do with your life, is that you get fucked up situations like this, which are not good for anyone involved. But like I said, people have the right to destroy their own lives. But like, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. Poly does destroy relationships long term. I think that like, for a poly relationship have to work, you can't just like share a partner. You all have to fuck each other, basically. Like this, first of all, there's 5 people. Like, this probably doesn't work. 3 people might work, but they all have to be fucking each other. Not like if it was these 3, let's say, the girl and like the 2 guys would have to be fucking each other just as much as they fuck the girl. And that might be a successful relationship, because then at least attraction is like evenly distributed between the 3 partners. And even then, that's really fucking complicated and it might not work. But like a relationship where it's just 4 guys fucking the same girl, it's not gonna work, dude. 50 for Social Link. Which one is the alpha and which one gets to be player 1 on the Switch? This is fucking retarded, dude. Yeah, this is some pretty severe levels of soy, dude. This is some pretty severe levels of soy. People do not have the right to destroy their lives in a welfare state. Well, if that's the case, Igor, then the government has a right to come in and force them to commit to therapy, which I don't think the government does. Also, therapy doesn't work unless it's voluntary, you know? A lot of these things, like people getting their lives together, only works if it's voluntary. So they have to have the right not to do it. Also, I've also realized that like a successful poly relationship, yeah. So like, if it's like a guy and 2 girls, and the girls are bi and they're also into each other, it might work. If it's a girl and 2 guys, and the guys are also bi and they're into each other, it might work. But you can't just have like this one-sided bullshit happening here. It's called desperation, Dev. Thanks, Devanor. I appreciate it. I would never be this desperate. I'd rather not fuck anybody, dude. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine with not doing anything. Thanks for the $2, Hills. Let's just move on. This is an old story, 2013. However, I just found it. I want to talk about it. Hacker faces more jail time than the convicted subterranean rapist he exposed. A 26-year-old farm dweller who helped expose the rape of a teenage girl is facing up to 5 times more jail time than the high school football members who publicly assaulted the girl. That's because for some reason the United States fucking loves high school football. You guys are wild down there about that shit. Almost had it for 5. Just built a new PC. Can't wait to get off the work and test it out. Thanks, man. I appreciate the $5. Good luck with your new PC. Let me know if you need help. The Steubenville rape case became a national firestorm after it was revealed that the dozens of people had witnessed the assault at a party, and then they shared pictures and social media updates of the event mocking the girl. Angered that a small town was turning their back on justice, several hacktivist groups got involved, including Derek Law Stutter, who helped post a video of the football team's website outing the assailants and bringing national attention to their crimes. If convicted of hacking-related crimes, Law Stutter could face up to 10 years behind bars, far more than the 1 and 2 year sentences doled out to the Steubenville rapists. That's insane. The first-time digital activist claims he never hacked the page, but was the masked man in the video. His relatively light touch reportedly didn't stop the FBI from treating him like a world-class terrorist. As I opened the door to greet the driver, approximately 12 FBI SWAT team agents jumped out of the truck, screaming to me to get the fuck down with M16 assault rifles and full riot gear, armed, safety off, pointed directly at my head. Holy fuck. Yeah, this is wild, dude. Like, exposing rapists will get you more jail time. You know what? Just give me a second here. I'm going to take that away. I'm going to look this guy up and see if there's been any updates to his story since 2013. Well, as it turns out, he got 2 years in prison in 2017. What is it? Was his girlfriend there, I guess? Maybe. But anyway, he got 2 years in prison. So fucking stupid, dude. Lustutter acknowledged in court you should have left the investigation to local officials in Ohio. No. You know, I just hit my head on the mic. God damn it. No. Like, yeah, no good deed goes unpunished, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like, I have a feeling that if the law doesn't actually do the job properly, then there probably is some kind of moral impetus for like the citizens to step in. Which sounds terrible because now you have like vigilantism, but like this guy didn't actually like go and kill these rapists. He just revealed them to be the people that they are. You know, like if a news organization did this, they wouldn't be going to jail. You know, if like a CNN reporter was digging around and like found the names of the rapists and put them out there, they wouldn't be going to jail. Hero's got to do what a hero's got to do. I wonder if he's out of jail by now. March 8th, 2017. So he has 2 years of jail. Maybe he's out. Let's see. Do another quick look. Oh. Uh-oh. Let me bring this back in. Many happy returns. The reincarceration of Derek Law Stutter. Apparently he went back to jail after his 2 years. Oh. I mean, there is an argument that jail creates more criminals than it helps, you know? So, at first glance, one would think it ironic that 2 years after I stood in front of the courthouse in Steubenville, Ohio, on the day Derek Law Stutter, the bumbling hacker who admitted to being the mastermind of an unauthorized infiltration of a high school sports website, reported to federal prison, that I would once again be writing about Derek Law Stutter's reporting to prison in relation to the same criminal act. So, it was inevitable that he did this. Okay. So, he just kept breaking the law, apparently? He was originally sentenced to 2 years in federal prison for pleading guilty for 4 federal charges related to his violation of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. He had been allowed to remain free until May 8th, 2017. Okay. Derek could not resist violating the terms of his short-term freedom by going on the internet with a plea for funds in a video posted online. This stunt caused Derek to be jailed almost a month early. So wait, his reoffense his reoffense was that he went on the internet again. Are you fucking kidding me? It did not take Derek, who had been released from prison only a few short months ago, to violate the terms of his supervised probation when he was forced to admit that he had been associating with a convicted felon twice and had also been consuming alcohol. He will now spend an additional 6 months in prison. Wow. So, unauthorized contact with a convicted felon. I wonder who he talked to. But he also drank alcohol. You know, this is what I mean. Like, it just turns out that like the prison system will just create more criminals and more broken laws. Obviously, you need to still have a prison system. Like, you can't just not have a prison system, but for some reason, this just seems like an abortion of justice. Oh yeah, check this out. This just happened. There was a shooting at Oshkosh West. Is this Ohio, I think? No, Wisconsin. There's a school shooting. So an Oshkosh West student leads others to shelter in a mosque after stabbing and shooting. During a terrifying, frantic moment, one Oshkosh West High School student stepped up to help her peers. That's what happens with a for-profit prison? Yeah, no, I agree. Moments after hearing a gunshot, Dua Ahmad, Ahmad? Is it Ahmed? I don't know. Dua Ahmad ran with her schoolmates across the street from the school, leading them into a mosque for shelter. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Community Mosque is across the street from Oshkosh West, but the mosque is usually locked and you can't get in unless you're a member. People have always taught me to help others first. Cameras outside the mosque captured terrified teens darting from the school, seeking some sort of safety. Excuse me. So, here's the video. And apparently these kids are all running from the school shooting. I don't think there's any audio. Doesn't matter anyway. These kids are running from the school shooting. And the girl, Ahmed, the only Muslim girl there, she has the code. And see, she's putting it in right there. And so she opens the door. And everyone runs inside. Now, apparently there's actually nobody at the mosque at the moment. Like, it's an empty building at the moment, but she has the code because she's Muslim, right? So everyone goes inside. She locks him up tight in there. Then she calls her father, who then comes and like takes control of the situation. I wonder who the shooter was. Damn, dude. Oh, look, now it's the weather. Get the fuck out of here. We ran and we were all terrified for our lives, Ahmed said. We didn't know what was happening. I mean, that just made the whole situation worse. I was quite sure that I was the only person that knew the code in the general vicinity, so I just ran. Ahmed quickly punched the code in and waved her classmates inside. And now they have all been forcibly converted. I'm just joking. So they're in the mosque. Then she called her father Saad, or Said or something. I was worried about the door being shut as well, where the people would be left outside. Joe's father says a day he'll never forget. And apparently he's proud of his daughter. Of course, they end like the person who's writing the article writes, the unselfish act showing heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they wear hijabs. Of course they do. Obviously, this was a good thing. I don't think anyone can argue against this, that this young lady probably did her part. And she has like a nose piercing, doesn't she? She must be quite the westernized Muslim. But anyway. Yeah, like, obviously that not every Muslim's going to be terrible, right? Not all of them are just like terrorist cells waiting to fucking explode at a moment's notice. She then calls her father, who later beats the shit out of her for letting infidels into the mosque. And before she gets honored, killed for letting infidels. Jesus, guys. Here's the thing. Like, there are very left-leaning churches, I'm sure you guys have noticed, where it doesn't even make sense anymore in terms of the actual fundamentals of the religion. But they're all like, Christ the hippie types, rather than like Christ the Redeemer or Christ the Judge or the Christ who like flips the tables in the temple. I come not to bring peace but a sword. They're all like the very much love thy neighbor type Jesus, right? There's many different ways to interpret parts of the scripture. So you have these very left leaning churches who are like pro gay marriage because they're like love thy neighbor, love thy neighbor. And there's definitely those types of Muslims as well. You look at the Quran, you look at the early verses, there's all those parts where Muhammad was being like a very peaceful kind of just spreading the love kind of guy before he turns into a warlord later on in the book. And I'm sure there are a lot of liberal Muslims who are fine to just integrate into the communities they live in and not like implement Sharia law and start fucking taking slaves and raping people. Right? So like very clearly you can't just be anti-Muslim completely, because they're still human beings with human rights. But like their culture is also not a reason to violate those human rights. The supremacy of universal human rights can't be overridden by some kind of religious mandate. There's a mosque in my town. I know the Muslim that built it. He said he stopped going to it because bad Muslims took over. What makes them bad, Torvar? Oh yeah, Jesus the breakdancer. The Son of Man came to serve, not to be served. I've seen that Photoshop, Aram, and it's pretty good. I have actually read the Quran, yes. I'm kind of waiting on Torvar's reply. Well, let's move on, I guess. Oh, yeah. This one has audio. I'm kind of waiting on Torvar's reply. Wait, where's that coming from? What is that? Hold on a minute. Let's move on, I guess. Oh, yeah. This one has audio. Wait, that's just me. Well, I'm a retard, aren't I? Okay. I was just echoing myself like a Dumbo. All right, so let's watch the next thing then. Oh, yeah. So KFC Australia, who have their comments turned off. Because of course they do. Because look at these 46,000 dislikes on this video. This is their commercial for KFC's BBQ Bacon Stacker. Let's watch this shit.
Kiss cams on the prowl again. Here's a likely couple. Oh no. Did someone say KFC? I don't care. I love it. Kiss cams on the prowl again.
They have a couple together. He gets instantly cucked.
Here's a likely couple. Oh no. Did someone say KFC? I don't care.
What? How? What the fuck? So, the guy gets cucked. And the song says, I don't care. And he has a KFC sandwich. Why? Black.com. I don't... Oh my god. Listen, it's okay if a black dude steals your girlfriend on TV, guys. As long as you get a KFC sandwich afterwards, you'll feel right as rain. Fuck me, dude. Oh, yeah. Okay, check this out, guys. Bix nude. Get the fuck out of here, Colin. Colonel Fine. I know what Bix nude is. I'm old enough. Okay. Annika H. Rothstein went to a new national ID card and passport at a police station in Sweden, handing in employment papers from an Israeli newspaper as well as proof of ID with two very Jewish names. While wearing a Megan David, by the way. Got my ID back and my nose has been doctored as seen below. They added like this square to her nose to make it look fucking huge. Oi fucking vey, dude. Now, what does she actually look like? Like her nose isn't like that, obviously. But, like, to me, that looks like just a mistake. Like, it's like, oops, you know, like a pixel's out of place, or like a block of the image, you know, got smudged or fucked up or something. But yeah, it just so happens that it's right on her nose. And now everyone's saying oy vey. Yeah, Magic Warrior, don't worry about failing social relationships, just consume product. Yeah, basically. Yeah. They made it look like Squidward. Squidward. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a mistake, dude. Like, they didn't... Just get another picture taken if you don't like it that much. Like, holy fuck. It's like a printer smear. Yeah, it does. It looks like a mistake, like an artifact or something. Yeah. The Muslim police are trolling. It is Sweden. It is Swedistan, you know? Now, I don't know if I actually covered this in a previous weekly sip. I might have. I don't know, but let's talk about it here. Mexico judge approves recreational cocaine use and landmark ruling, cites the drug's ability to provide spiritual experiences. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I thought we were going to get legalized hard drugs within my lifetime. I still think so, because like the argument against keeping hard drugs illegal is actually kind of crumbling now, because you know, cocaine and heroin being illegal empowers the cartels. People should have the right to do whatever they like with their lives. You know, there's a free determination, free will argument to be made regarding drugs. You know, as long as we have an ability to get these people into rehab, should they actually want to stop, you know, very clearly they can do what they like with their lives, right? So here we are. Let's have some cocaine-induced spiritual experiences, okay? A judge in Mexico has approved 2 people to use cocaine recreationally in what has been described as a historic step towards ending the country's deadly war on drugs. In the first ruling of its kind, the district court in Mexico City granted permission for the pair to process, transport, and use cocaine, but not sell it, following an injunction request by Mexico United Against Crime. We have been working for a safer, more just, and peaceful Mexico for years, and with this case, we insist on the need to stop criminalizing users of drugs other than marijuana and design better public policies that explore all available options, including the regulation. You know, I kind of actually agree with this. Frankly, it kind of makes sense. Like, let people do. Yeah, it feels like another consenting adults thing. Yeah, you know, to just legalize all drugs that people ruin their lives. Yeah, I kind of agree. You know. Give them support if they want to stop using them, but don't put them in jail for using them, in my opinion. Cartels have already diversified their income, smuggling and prostitution being big ones. Yeah, no, I agree with that. In the 80s, everyone was spiritual. Yeah, dude, just take it, man. Yeah. Yeah. Drug addiction should be a public health issue, not a criminal issue. Yeah, I agree, actually. And the Lord said, let me hit that bum. So, little garbage. No, it's not that. Like, the war on drugs is a relatively new phenomenon. You know, you go back 100 years, nobody cared about this stuff. people did whatever the fuck they wanted, you know? Yep, I agree, David. We should just make it legal. Yeah. But anyway, this is happening in Mexico. And who knows if it'll happen in the States or in Canada or anywhere else. Canada's already got legal weed. So the judge imposed a string stipulation for the pair in order to allow them to use cocaine. They include limiting their intake to 500 milligrams per day and not working, driving, or operating heavy machinery while under the influence. Makes sense. Exactly the same as drinking, right? But also not allowed to take the drug in public in the presence of children or encourage others to consume it. Yeah. The use of cocaine has benefits including tension relief, intensification of perceptions, and the desire to have new personal and spiritual experiences. I'm sure that's what the fuck it is, but whatever. So, Mexico's a shithole. I'm sure making drugs legal might defang the cartels somewhat, but it also might make, some parts of the underbelly of society also easier to operate, which is definitely not a good thing. But the biggest problem with Mexico right now is not the drug thing. It's the fact that the military is losing engagements with the cartels. Like, the military cannot actually defeat the cartels in an open battle. So it's like, shit, man. You gotta, call up Trump and ask him to invade your country or something at that point. $250,000 people have been murdered by cartels since 2006. Holy fuck, dude. That's wild. I remember, I don't know if you guys are watching it. Last week on Game Boomers, we were playing, Life is Strange 2. And that game, the final part of it featured a Mexican couple trying to break into the States to look for a better life. And it portrayed them as being all happy, they're completely innocent. And it's no, we just want to come here to work and to raise our kids and everything's fine. And then, of course, it showed the people who patrolled the border as being completely fucking evil, and it was such a one-sided depiction of what was going on in Life is Strange 2. But it was a hilarious game, I gotta say. It was a shit show of a game. I am happy we did that game on the show. I don't hate brown people. I like them enough to have sex with them. Anyway, that's pretty much this. They just have the option to use drugs, so good for them, I guess. Please, America, take Meghan Markle back. She has dragged across the Atlantic a garbage truck full of the most emetic U.S. wokeness. Let's be honest, the UK is already full of wokeness, Always watch Game Boomers. Thanks, Woodworm. I appreciate it. Kenrick for $10. Thank you. If we legalize all drugs, I do not want my taxes going to help people who have ruined their lives with said drugs. We do not provide free dietitians and trainers for obese people. No, I agree with that too. Yeah. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is suing a British newspaper for publishing a handwritten letter to her father. Prince Harry, for his part, has attacked the press for waging a campaign against his wife with no thought to the consequences. But it isn't just the tabloid media. Shut up, Meet the Galaxy. You watch it yourself. God damn it. It isn't just the tabloid media that is turning on the American Duchess. She's turning into a royal nightmare. A royal nightmare. Yeah, kind of, isn't she? She always kind of was at the start, wasn't she? In the cover piece of the first U.S. edition of The Spectator, Rod Little argues that the Princess of Woke is rubbing up the British the wrong way. Please, America, take her back. The great triumph of recent American politics is for the people of your fine country to have elected as president, a man who is the precise embodiment of what supercilious Europeans think Americans are really like. Pig-ignorant, arrogant, jingoistic, contemptuous of foreigners, loudmouth, badly dressed, and irredeemably bumptious. This is so these people are just mad that Trump's more direct way of doing things is actually working, and it's bleeding over into people like, say, Boris Johnson. Okay, I get it. This is one reason why I have a little bit of time for this gift you Americans have bestowed upon the world, Mr. Trump. He enrages the liberal cretinati. In other words, all the right people. And I sincerely hope you elect him once again. There are other gifts you have given us, which, frankly, I would much rather have been FedEx to the other side of the world as the consequence of some human error or a computer glitch. Preeminent among these is Meghan Markle. Thank you very much for the thought. Eh? Is the stream down? Uh-oh, where's the stream down? Eh? Refresh the page, it's fine? Okay, I guess I'm here. Alright. Anyway, the point is that this guy doesn't like that Meghan Markle is now part of the UK's public life because she's married to a prince. Markle is a nightmare. At the time of her engagement to Prince Harry, hitherto a genial if somewhat dim young man who occasionally enjoyed Nazi dress-up for parties. Oh no! We were all enjoined to believe this was Britain's Obama moment, i.e. a rather wonderful thing to behold. It was an Obama moment because Meghan is, of course, black and was joining the royal family, which has been pretty resolutely white these last thousands of years or so. Dude, you have to black up. You have to 100% black up the royal family, dude. Meghan's unless you count Greeks as black. Is this guy woke on the Greek question? Meghan's admirable blackness. Admirable blackness. Just to be black makes you admirable. Holy fuck. Okay. So apparently, Meghan Markle has brought with her the infantile identity politics of Hollywood and U.S. campuses, with all of its non sequiturs, its bizarre obsessions, its mutual contradictions, and its self-evident hypocrisies. This is also native to the UK. She didn't bring this shit with her. Have you guys seen, like, anything that the BBC puts out? The UK is identity politics, the country, at this point. Like, fuck me, dude. She lectures us Brits on poverty and how awful it is. Well, indeed. I say beware of being lectured on poverty by a woman whose engagement ring cost almost $370,000. Listen here. She's a black woman. Therefore, she can lecture you on whatever you like, Whitey. This is the future you chose, by the way. It doesn't matter how much money she has. It doesn't remove the blackness of her skin. Ethnic virtue is a thing. Fuck. And there's the climate change stuff. She has urged us all to do our bit. She's done hers. Countless trips around the world in private jets. 4 and 11 days at one point. Leaving a carbon footprint equivalent to personally strangling 42,000 polar bears or clubbing to death 500,000 seals. Listen here. She's rich and she has to do this stuff, right? Like, it's important for these celebrities who constantly get strung up and string others up over using, a water bottle on fucking social media. It's important for them to fly around the world constantly. Because climate change has never actually been about solving the climate crisis. It's been about progressive bullshit. Oh god, this article's so long, and it's all just bitching about Meghan Markle. I don't care anymore. You know what? Meghan Markle actually fits right in with the UK, because the UK is full of cucked people who do nothing but complain about how their identities break down when they really get down to it, and they also beg the state to do everything for them. The DCV Titan for 5, thanks. Markle did bring it, though. It's just the same virus. It's just a different strain. Honestly, the North American version is far more virulent. I don't think so, man. Like, the North American version has not managed to completely destroy the free speech rights of the people living in the States. It has managed to destroy it in the UK. Nothing is wrong, citizen. Get back into your pod and eat the bugs in human flesh. Let's keep going. Okay. Lilith Lovett. I don't trust girls who tongue kiss their dogs. You just know. Stop hating. She's just spreading the love and practicing, Lamau. Watch. If you guys want to talk about degeneracy, watch fucking this. Oh, why would you? You know exactly what she's doing. Why would you suck on a dog's tongue? I can't even. Stop. Stop. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Okay. You just know she's fucking that dog. Listen. White women fuck dogs. I understand the dog pill. I get it. Oh. Holy fuck. White girls fuck their dogs. Everyone knows it. Jesus fuck, dude. Jesus. Oh. Yeah, guys. White women fuck their dogs. Oh shit, Arstotzka in general for 100. Thank you very much, dude. Good morning. This is the easiest way to donate for me. Just let me know what I need to do for the dump in the $5 club. Thanks very much for the 100, dude. I really appreciate it. That does, in fact, buy you a chance to be on the show for one video, whether that's Game Boomers or Dumping with Scrump. And it also gets you into the $5 club for life. So, you message me on Discord, and I will set you up with it, okay? It'll probably take me like a couple days to get to it, but yes, thanks very much for the 100. I really appreciate it, man. We're going to beat you to death. Holy fuck. Nope, I'm pausing it. Oh. Okay, let's continue on. Web inventors Tim Berners-Lee unveil the plan to save the internet. 30 years after he invented the World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee has released what he calls a roadmap to a better web. His plan aims to halt abuse of the internet by governments, companies, and individuals. Okay, all right. John Seslowski for another $3. Thank you. Dog pill, dog biscuit, or doggy treat. That's a year sub to Fallout 76. Oh, Fallout 76. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Yeah, you just know. You just fucking know. Okay. This guy, he's a British engineer who invented the web in 1980. I thought Al Gore did it. He released an ambitious plan detailing steps for better online governance, addressing problems like misinformation, data surveillance, and censorship. The contract for the web was created by Berners-Lee's World Wide Web Foundation in cooperation with representatives from governments, companies, and civil society to keep knowledge freely available while strengthening laws, regulations, and companies to ensure pursuit of profit is not at the expense of human rights and democracy. Okay. If we don't act now and act together to prevent the web being misused by those who want to exploit, divide, and undermine, we are at the risk of squandering its potential for good. Okay. There's German support, apparently. The plan is backed by more than 150 organizations, including internet giants like Google, Microsoft, and Facebook, along with interest groups like Reporters Without Borders. The governments of Germany and France have also indicated their support for the plan. See, if Google, Microsoft, and Facebook are on board, then they probably stand to benefit from the situation. So I don't know how this will actually work. I will stand up for the preservation of the free internet that we have grown to know and love in recent decades. Well, see, it's not really free, though. Like, these companies, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Twitter, and others, YouTube, they're making it not free anymore. The contract is not legally binding. It proposes frameworks for national laws that would protect online privacy and personal data. The web needs radical intervention from all those who have power over its future. True. We're at a tipping point. How we respond to this abuse will determine whether the web lives up to its potential as a global force for good or leads us into a digital dystopia. Okay. Berners-Lee has also defended including Google and Facebook in composing the contract for the web. The companies have faced criticism from civil society for their data collecting business models and sensation-rewarding algorithms that have been blamed for spreading misinformation and violating user data privacy. Absolutely. Amnesty International said the company's business models were a threat to human rights. They are. Facebook and Google are some of the biggest fuck-ups. Like these are the... Okay, if there's like a current pressing enemy that we all face, that like, you know, liberalism faces, it's not Islam. And it's not even feminism or SJWs. Those are like second order problems. The first one is Google and Facebook. Big tech. They're the first ones. Because we can't even argue the other ones properly without the freedom to do so. And what's standing in the way of doing that is Google and Facebook and Twitter. They are the number one problem right now. Having them in the room is really important. That's true. We feel that companies and governments deserve equal seats at the table. Citizens must hold those in power accountable, demand their digital rights be respected, and help foster healthy conversation online. Well, see, I disagree with that. There is no moral impetus to help foster healthy conversation, because who decides what's healthy? Why can't people just be free to say whatever they like, even if it's unhealthy? You know, freedom is kind of the point. And that's the end of the article. There wasn't really much to it. But basically, this guy's like, he didn't... Okay, unveil his plan. What's the plan? Is it just to get people together and, like, figure it out? I mean, I guess that's step one of a plan, but, like, it's not a whole plan. Okay. This is from Niche Gamer, who... These guys are great. If you ever want to actually read, like, an actual gaming outlet, Niche Gamer is one of the ones you should probably read. Super Mario-inspired Antifa game lets you hurl Molotovs and try to overthrow Humple Dumpty. Oh shit! So you're just playing as Antifa the platformer. Wobbly Dev have announced free game Antifa is currently in development for Windows PC. Describing themselves, Wobbly Dev states they are a dues-paying member. Oh no, a dues-paying member. Dues, fuck me. A dues-paying member in good standing and a delegate of the Industrial Workers of the World, a global solidarity union founded in 1905. I'm working actively on 3 committees in my local branch. Oh. So their past titles include The Conquest of Bread and The Union Makes Us Stronger. Their latest game is Antifa. Antifa sees you control a gas mask-wearing hero of the same name, attempting to break out of prison and overthrow Humpty Dumpty. Okay, so very clearly this is a parody, and very clearly, like, it should be obviously allowed. I might even play this just for jokes, but, like, does anyone think it's going to be a good game? I don't think it's going to be a good game. Wait, does Alpha Omega Sin work for Niche Gamer? Dude, that's cool. Welcome to the dictatorial Commonwealth of Dumpland. It's kind of lousy to live here for most folks. Hey, look, it's Antifa, the hero of our game. You get to take control of this cute little character to overthrow the regime of Dumpland and have fun at the same time. So who runs this lousy place? Well, that would be the Supreme Chancellor, Humpty Dumpty. He rules Dumpland with a tiny fist and proselytizes to the citizenry from thousands of television screens peppered throughout the country. Bump those screens from below and they break pretty easily. Help Antifa break out of prison, traverse the dangers of the sewers, countryside city, and eventually into the belly of Dumple Tower, where you can finally defeat his silly regime. Alright, is it actually... Hold on a minute. Is this the game? Apparently the first level's playable. Should I play it? Let's see. Okay, give me a second. Just give me a minute. Let's see if I can figure this out. Hold on. You guys want like an impromptu Game Boomers session right here? Hello? It works. No audio yet, though. Oh, there's audio now. That's loud. How's that? Game Boomer fodder. This sounds terrible. Our hero breaks out of prison. Oh, up his jump? Ow. This is, like, fucking terrible. Okay. Okay, listen. Volume's too low? Okay, I'll turn it up. Listen, guys, listen. This thing, it has, like, the floatiest fucking controls. Like, it's... Okay, hold on. What is that beeping? Yeah. This is not much of a game, is it? Okay, how dare they fucking compare this with Mario? Ow. I can just see the bottom of the level. They just didn't finish the level down there. This is actually a really bad game, guys. No, this isn't gold. This ain't gold. This is... Wait. Oh, I gotta, like, push a block. Oh, there's actually a puzzle. Hold on. I don't know how to throw the Molotov, unfortunately. Like, I almost ran off the ledge there, and it wasn't my fault. Fuck! Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with it. Fuck that. Whoa, suddenly this. Whatever. That was awful. Yeah, a platform when you just get good controls. Like, what the fuck, dude? It kept, like, slipping and sliding me around everywhere. Okay, I missed some super chats during that. Let me just scroll back up. Sorry, guys. Okay. See, the first one was Brick 'em up at $2, Game Boomer fodder. No, that won't last. DCV Titan, do it. Also read my last missed super chat. I don't think I missed one, dude, but thank you for the two. I think I read your previous one. I'm almost had it. This is gold. Save it for Game Boomers tonight. Are you fucking kidding me? This is some AVGN shit. Yeah, kinda. John Slowowski for 3. Dog pill, dog biscuit, or doggy treat. I don't know what you mean by that, but fuck dogs. Or sorry, women fuck dogs rather. White women fuck dogs. That was a terrible. Okay, should I actually play that on Game Boomers tonight with Dave? Do like an indie encore? Like Dave and I we're gonna either play like Donkey Kong 64, or Luigi's Mansion 3, or maybe like Shenmue 3, and then at the end we can like play that for half an hour if you like. I can play that in Game Boomers tonight if you like. Let's move on to the actual. Okay, let's keep going. World's first HIV positive sperm bank launched, an effort to reduce stigma. Why the fuck would you ever go to an HIV positive sperm bank? I missed one about the dog's tongue. Let me look it up. Well, you guys look at this shit and wonder why the fuck you'd ever do this. $2 from Snitchell. Play Wario World on Game Boomers. I could. I know that game. Let me just look up. Let me just go to the. Hold on. What was it under? How do I get to it? Monetization, supers. Let's see if I can find it. This is DCV Titan that I missed, right? Oh, she realizes that's the dog's toilet paper. Why would you have me go back and read that? I don't want to fucking... Jesus. Okay. New Zealand, of course it's fucking New Zealand. New Zealand has launched the world's first HIV-positive sperm bank in an effort to reduce the stigma around the virus. There should be stigma around the virus. You know, even if we take away the possibility that it sheds some kind of moral light on the person who caught it, because sometimes you can't control if you have it or not. I understand that. Take away that possibility. You still don't want to fucking infect yourself, do you? Like, I have a contagious disease. Come and catch it, or else you're a bigot. And it's like, what? What the fuck? The online sperm bank, Sperm Positive, has begun with 3 HIV-positive male donors, who all have an undetectable viral load, meaning the virus cannot be passed on, even through unprotected sex. I don't fucking trust this. Thanks for the $2, DCV Titan. I appreciate it. You fuck. While the amount of the virus in their blood is so low it cannot be detected by standard methods, it does not mean the HIV has been completely cured by treatment. According to health authorities, HIV-positive men can father children with minimal risk of transmission to their partner or their baby, as long as they have up-to-date advice, support, and HIV medications, even if their virus is detectable. Just go to a different fucking... Men cannot directly transmit HIV to the baby in the womb. Sperm-positive donor Damien Rule Neal was diagnosed with HIV 20 years ago, but it was confirmed undetectable after starting treatment in 2001. You still shouldn't... I guess if you want to do this, and there's no chance of it passing on, I guess, but, like, would you actually trust a medical authority to do this? It's like, what if in 10 years you discover something new, and it's like, oh, actually, all those babies have HIV, you're fucked. Like, yeah, infect yourself, bigot. Exactly. He said even now there is a lack of education and understanding in New Zealand about what undetectable status meant, and he had experienced stigma about living with HIV in his personal life and his professional life. Well, you know, yes, of course. There are actually drugs you can take, like for real. There are drugs you can take that prevent you from passing on an STD to your child when you have a kid. So, you know, fair enough. But, like, why take the fucking risk? Oh my god, this is truly clown world, you know? Where, like, rich people are saying eat the rich. Black people are being racist towards white people and saying it's not racism. Women believe earning more than men for the same work is equality. And you have to live in a pod and fuck bugs and eat Soylent Green and drink soy drinks and accept HIV into your anus, or else you're a bigot. Like, we have gone way too far off the deep end. There's like, I have no clue where we go from here. I have no clue where we go from here, dude. We are already at the point where, like, you know, cross-dressers and drag queens are twerking in libraries for children under police protection. Where do we go next? Like, what's next? What the fuck is next, dude? Yeah, trash person. I showed a video like 2 or 3 weekly sips ago of a dude who has sex with bugs, and he shows you how to do it. Yeah, eat bugs, fuck dogs. Yeah, dude. It's biological warfare. These people want you and your children dead, and they think your misery is funny. Yeah, fair enough. There's definitely like a sense of, like, you know, we hate the backwater bigots, we hate the rednecks, we hate anybody who doesn't live in a progressive city like we do. So we are just going to control every aspect of their life using the state and just humiliate them constantly. I think there's definitely like a a part that's definitely like that, you know? There's probably some soy boy out there who's like masturbating furiously at the thought of forcibly feminizing every single redneck son. You know, like Unsullied style or something. I definitely think that's the case. Fuck, dude. Anyway. Sperm Positive said it will be made clear to prospective clients that donors have HIV, but are on effective treatment and so cannot pass the virus on. Okay, well, I mean, if that's technically true, I guess there's no problem with it, but I can't see people specifically going to you for your fucking... for their sperm needs. You know? Okay, that's just the end of the article. It's literally like a 200-word article designed to just push a stupid idea. Okay. Brick 'em up at $2 to go to Mars and let it sort itself out. You see, Shadow Dude, I don't think the situation's hopeless. Because you're right. Like, the propaganda would be unnecessary if the situation is hopeless. But it's definitely a socialist. We must make everyone think this way and accept this, you know? Yeah. Like, the idea of socialist re-education was that the state would naturally destroy itself once everyone thought the same way. There would be no need for a state to actually control anything. So if everyone was educated towards accepting socialism into their hearts, then you would no longer need a state, which is why they went to great lengths to re-educate people. And when people were resistant to re-education, they killed them. And we are kind of going down the same road. Yeah. Corruption culture. That is a video I will have to one day do, Brick Muppet, but thanks for the $2. I will have to one day do corruption culture because that is what this is. Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. You know what? It's becoming more and more prevalent now. I have to do that video soon. Let's keep going. Council to sell the original Magna Carta for £20 million to fund the office refurb. Okay. There are only 7 copies of the Magna Carta, a charter of rights drawn up in 1215, and they want to sell one. Oh, I see. Locals are fuming over their town council's plan to sell. Hold on, I've got to sneeze. Did Dave get me sick when he fucking came in today? Did he get me sick? I swear to God. I swear to fucking God, dude. If I'm sick because of that motherfucker, that rat soup drinking motherfucker, I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, they're selling the Magna Carta, I guess, to some wealthy capitalist or something. The Daily Sneeze. Yeah, there are 7 copies of it left. The Charter of Rights is just one of 7 in existence and was presented to the town of Faversham in 1300. After caring for the document for more than 700 years, Faversham Town Council has revealed plans to sell the manuscript, which was signed and sealed by King Edward I. The precious document is worth an estimated $20 million. Thanks, DRTS King, for the $2. It's an original copy. You're already a sicko. Uh-oh. Dude, I got the viral load. Oh, no. Precious document is worth an estimated $20 million and could be sold to fund refurbishing the council's officers or an exhibition space, town leaders say. The announcement has been branded outrageous by locals who are keen to preserve the town's history. Yeah, like why would you, like, it's like a piece of local town history. Like, why would you just bulldoze that? You know, it's like, oh, it's like in The Simpsons where they have like that statue of like the town's founder in the park, and they're like, we'll just bulldoze it and like build an office or build like a car park, and it's like, oh, fuck off, man. Like, some things are actually worth keeping around. Yeah. Like, there it is. Still there. Why would you get rid of that? Like, you can't just get that back when it's gone. The Fabersham copy is held in a vault and has only been put on display on a number of occasions. Yeah, man. Yeah. Did Naomi give you HIV? Fuck off, Matapasta. Anyway, apparently the town's broke. So they have to, like, get some money. Wait. 2 copies of the Magna Carta, both from 1297, have already been sold. One was bought by the Australian government for £12,500. That's a fucking deal. One was sold to U.S. businessman Dave Rubenstein for $21.3 million in 2007. Okay. I mean, if you sold like the Smithsonian, yeah, there are places that would actually like take good care of it, but dude, maybe you shouldn't get rid of your history so easily. Just because you need money now, you know. Okay, check this out. Here's a tweet from Ritualist. Florida man strikes again. So this bit of artwork, it was a rotting banana taped to a wall, was sold for $120,000, right? Some idiot sold it. Destroy the past, forget the future. Snake dude for life. I'm going to copy that right now because I'm going to use that in my video. Just give me a moment here. Just give me a moment. From Corruption Culture video, I'm using that. It's like a great tagline. Okay. So anyway, let's bring myself back here. Here it's back. So yeah, this is deemed high art. The rotting banana taped to a wall, and it was sold for $120,000. And you can just watch what this guy does to it. It's like, hey, I'm kind of hungry, you know. I'm just gonna grab this thing and. Yeah, dude. I'm just going to eat it. Yeah, a genius sold it. Some idiot bought it. That's true. Yeah, true enough. He's just chowing down. It's like, it's good. It's like, tastes good, dude. So this guy who was at the art exhibit, you just ate the banana and you got kicked out. People are like, what the fuck? I wonder if he's getting charged. So yeah. Yeah, he just decides to chow down. Yeah, he just ate it, dude. He didn't give a fuck. Heroes do exist. I wonder if he's gonna get sued for it, yeah. All these fucking memes. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Overpriced banana. Man eats banana artwork that was duct taped to a wall and sold for $120,000 at Art Basel in Florida. The man was escorted out by security. This is fucking awesome, dude. Grand theft? Yeah, I guessed, eh? Alright, let's stop that. Let's move on to the final link that I have. Okay. I had this in my collection of links for use in my porn video, but I couldn't find a way to put it in, so we're going to talk about it here instead. A Germany-based Chinese programmer said he and some friends have identified 100,000 porn actresses from around the world, cross-referencing faces in porn videos with their social media profile pictures. The goal is to help others check whether their girlfriends ever acted in those films. So they basically built this database that'll like scan a face and then see if they've acted in porn. And people have, this was back in May of this year. People were like up in arms when this came out. The project took them half a year. 100+ terabytes of video data from a whole bunch of places were compared against profile pictures from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Weibo, and others. Now his crap is literally worth $120,000. Thanks, Metapasta. I appreciate it. Of the 1,000 or so comments, most express excitement about the service. The most upvoted comment asks if the op plans on identifying the men in porn videos. So basically, people want to know if their partners have been in porn, and I think that's actually like a reasonable objection, isn't it? DRT is king. Two cars thoughts patrolled. Yeah, basically, it's like if your girlfriend was in porn and she didn't tell you, wouldn't you want to know? Like, okay, let me put it this way: if I was in love with a woman, like I was dating her for a few months, and we were like. We had kind of fallen in love. And then she says, listen, I have something to tell you about my past. And she said I was in porn once. I would probably be okay with it. I'd be like a little bit uncomfortable, but I'd probably get over it because, love does conquer all in a sense. But if she hid it from me and I found out from somewhere else, I would dump her. Because honesty is probably the most important thing. The op said for legal reasons, he may have to anonymize the data before letting people query the database. He also said he's open to the idea of doing a version for male porn stars. Yep. The op was asked if I was in love with a woman. Well, yeah, see, Torvar, I mean somebody else because Naomi's never been in porn. I meant like if I was dating somebody else. Chris Nemo, $2 says, listen, I disagree. I would rather know bad news than not know it. So anyway, basically, see, this guy, this verified soy boy, this is disgusting and terrifying. Is it really disgusting to know what your partner might have done in their past? That they're not telling you? Like, I think when you enter a relationship, it goes a little bit beyond consent. Like, you do have a right to know about your partner's past interactions. You have a right to be informed and then to judge whether or not you want to date somebody. Like, you don't. Do you have a right to withhold secrets from your partner? Yes. Do they have the right to dump you if they discover that you've withheld secrets from them and they don't, and it's something they disapprove of? Yes. So I completely agree with the implementation of this whatever it's going to be, like an app or whatever it is. Yeah. Why would so many people possibly be upset about this? Could it be that they're a hose? Well, this is the thing. Like, this kind of goes against the privacy principle, right? But the privacy principle applies to governments, not people, Like, the government should not be tracking down porn actresses and being like, you're a porn actress, obviously, because that involves state force. But could individuals do that? Yes, I think so, absolutely. This is you will know the false prophet by his mark, and it's actually just like a verified check mark. Can you imagine? Like, the Antichrist is just verified on Twitter. I'm going to write that down too. The Antichrist. I'm getting all these ideas for like video quips. All right. There we go. This person says, this is unconscionable. Many women in porn industry are exploited, abused, and come from impoverished circumstances. How many of those 100,000 escaped and now just want to live a normal life? You don't own 100% of a woman's sexual history predating you. Fuck off. Well, hold on. For example, I've said many times that women who are forced to do porn, like they're forced into it by pimps or by somebody else, obviously that porn should be illegal. If you didn't consent to its creation, whether or not it's child porn or adult porn, doesn't matter. If you didn't consent to its creation, it should probably be illegal, because that's basically rape. If it's not rape, it's pretty close to rape. But you know what? Come from impoverished circumstances. You know what? People who work at Walmart come from impoverished circumstances. They still work there because that's kind of how life is. You have to make your way. You have to pay for your own way through life because it's no one else's responsibility to pay for you. So if women choose, instead of being a cashier at Walmart, to be a porn actress, it's still a job. It's the same thing. There's no difference. It's like, oh, she needed the money. And it's like, well, you know what? She needed the money. She consented. She consented to doing the job. And it's kind of like how like the communists say, well, no one can consent to doing jobs because they all need money. And like labor is only traded if labor is only traded without exploitation if you don't actually need the money you're trading it for. And it's like, shut the fuck up, commie. You have no fucking clue what's going on. So, how many of these 100K escaped? Well, how many of them did porn because they liked it, Like, you don't own 100% of a woman's sexual history predating you. I accidentally clicked on that because I didn't want to click on that. But basically, you don't own 100% of women's sexual history predating you. You kind of do. You kind of do. And it's kind of strange because, like, very clearly, you can't stop a woman from having sex before you met her. And after you break up, you don't control who she has sex with either. But it is entirely reasonable to want her to be honest about it, right? Like, if you go to a woman and you say, listen, I just don't want to date somebody who has had sex with more than 5 people, let's say. Well, that's your right. Maybe it's a little bit unreasonable, but that's your right to do. You can do whatever you like. It's your right. And maybe you go to a woman and you say, listen, I don't care if you've had sex with 1,000 people, but I want you to tell me about them so that I know. I want to know if any of them are like crazy exes. I want to know if you actually have like a relationship, like a friendship with any of them now. You can demand whatever you like when it comes to sexual history from your partner. They have no obligation to give it to you, and you have no obligation to stay with them if they don't give it to you, or even or especially if they lie, you know? So like, for example, I think any healthy relationship, you eventually get to a point where you talk about your exes. You know, Naomi and I have discussed our exes and what happened with them before. You know, I know who she's banged, and she knows who I've banged. Because at the very least, it's part of the commitment of being in the relationship that you're in now, right? At least I think. It's to say, yeah, I was with these people, but now I'm with you, and here's how that went, you know? The sanctity of your current relationship should always be more important than the sanctity of your previous failed relationships. You know, you should be able to like tell your current partner about the bad things that happened in your previous relationship, and they have a reasonable expectation to know that stuff. Yeah. And check this out. Some women, like me, just like sex work and would appreciate being able to have sex for money in peace without outside interference from both governments and creepy Chinese programmers. Oh, now you're saying creepy Chinese programmers. You know, nowadays they're running to the defense of China because I guess they're a communist state or whatever. But in this conversation, they're creepy. So, you know what? You don't get to do your job in peace. Jobs always have a social component, you know, like I just want to be able to work at Walmart in peace. I don't want anyone to know that I'm working there, you know? Yeah, it might be a bit embarrassing when like somebody from high school who thought you were going somewhere bumps into you working at Walmart, and then maybe you might wish that, but it's still an unreasonable proposition. If you work a job, it is reasonable that other people might know that you work that job. Anyway, there's a few thoughts who are whining about it, but everyone else is like, yes, 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 based, yes, yes. A few hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad. Oh yeah, also, hello, let us use big data to find out whether women are lying about their sexual history is the most chilling thing I've heard a human say this week. Yeah, no, it's not. How about people shouldn't lie about their sexual history to their partners? Like, if you feel a need to lie about your sexual history, maybe the problem's with you, not with your partner. You know? Longshanks Gunner for $5. Thanks very much. SFO, my bagel was cinnamon raisin when I ordered cinnamon sugar, and I am crushed. Also, what if this program gave a false positive? Yeah, see, that's also another problem with it, right? It's also another problem with it. But thanks for the $5, dude. Also, who the fuck orders cinnamon on their bagels anyway? Jesus. This is going to get people blackmailed, assaulted, and killed. See, that's also a possibility too, right? Like, what if you discover that like it wasn't your partner who was in porn, but like your close friend who wants to hide it? You know, what if that's the case, and then they just get completely fucking like blackmailed, then owned? You know, like that could be pretty bad too. There's two ways this can go. Like, I remember there was a porn actress who did porn in the early 2000s, and then she moved on from that part of her life, and now she's like a realtor. She like sells houses in like a small town somewhere, and people keep posting like her old porn pics on her realtor page on Facebook. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks, you know, but like no one gets to escape their past in a sense. Not really. Like you kind of do and you kind of don't. Like I get shit on for some of the jobs that I used to do as well. You can't really get away from it, but you can do something new now. But you can't blame somebody for finding out what you did before. And if it's porn, well then, geez, you know. 200 rubles from Mr. Ravelin. Thanks very much, dude. Chinese face recognition software that combs through social media to discover people's identities from images and vids with them. Who cares about porn in the Chinese surveillance state? Yeah, that too. But keep in mind, these are Chinese individuals living in Germany. They might not be affiliated with the government. Face recognition software thinks there's only one Chinese person. So, in any case, you see, these two conversations, these are like the two sides of the conversation here condensed. And it's actually like both of them are quite correct. Here's how to find out if your significant other has been in porn. Hey, have you been in porn? This database isn't a boon for boyfriends, it's for blackmailers. True. Equally true. Your SO lying to you. No, of course not, honey. Also true. You know, women are definitely capable of lying. $2 from DCV Titan, a realtor who knows how to close the deal. Yeah, pretty much. I wonder if she actually goes to like that realtor. She's part of that realtor porn site where realtors bring in like the porn actress into like a house and the story of the porn is like he's gonna sell it to them or rent it to them or something, and they just start fucking. I've seen that a few times. If you're Chinese, wherever you go, you're owned by China. That's a cultural impetus. Yes, Luga. Luga wants you. I've known some Chinese people who think that like their first duty is always to China, no matter where they go. And it's like, well, you know, don't forget you're Chinese. Doesn't matter if you're living overseas. China should be your first. It's like, fuck off. Devlin Bowman for 5. Having a stake or interest in something doesn't mean that you're necessarily opposed to what is not that thing. Yeah, fair enough, dude. Fair enough. I agree. Arc 5, I did see that, but I don't know all the details yet. If a journal got banned from Twitter for reporting on it, send me those links on Discord, man. Pop into the SFO Discord and PM me the links. I'm kind of curious about it. Anyway, I think that's probably it for today, isn't it? Yeah, let's get out of there. All right, guys, I'll do a real quick shill as always. How to support the show? You can one-time donate through the handy dandy super chat button, which everyone's been using today. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. YouTube, it takes 30% of that, though. So a direct donation to paypal.me/shortfightertaku is appreciated. PayPal takes almost nothing from that. Monthly options at Patreon, Subscribestar, the YouTube membership button, and the Twitch sub over at my gaming channel, twitch.tv/GameBoomers. Those 4 are a $5 monthly recurring thing, and they automatically get you into the $5 club in my Discord. The bot, the Discord bot will just set it up. If you pay monthly $5 using one of those 4 options, $100 lump sum gets you into the $5 club for life. I'm actually been talking with Christmas Kitty. I forget the Christmas Kitty's full actual non-Christmas name, but I'm talking with Christmas Kitty about getting the Discord, getting SFO a Minecraft server. So those of you who pay $5 a month or who have paid the $100 lump sum, you will get access to the SFO Minecraft server sometime this month. That's the plan. And of course, additionally, tonight at https://twitch.tv/GameBoomers. There's my gaming channel. I'm going to be streaming there tonight at 7 p.m. EST, so in about 8 hours time. And I'm probably going to be playing Donkey Kong 64, but if not, it might be Luigi's Mansion 3, and if not Luigi's Mansion 3, then it might be Shenmue 3. It'll be some kind of game. All right. Thanks for the $5. Fuck oof. I didn't say that. Fuck. God damn it. Also, if you want to watch any old Game Boomer streams, go to youtube.com/GameBoomer. There's like 7 years of streams uploaded to that URL. Where's the Blizzard video? Still being worked on. I keep getting like things thrown in my way, man. I do have a gaming channel, Mooch, and you know what it is. So yeah, there's like nearly 8 years now of streams backed up onto that Game Boomer YouTube. If you want to go watch them. Anyway, that's what's going on, guys. I am getting out of here. I'll see you in about 8 hours time. And I'm probably going to be streaming every night this week because there's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be like various games we're playing. And then Thursday will be the Video Game Awards at 8:30 EST over on Game Boomers. Vampire's still happening on Arch's channel. and I'm still going to be making daily videos on SFO. I'm getting back into the swing of things. Thanks for putting up with me being away for about 2 weeks there, but I'm back. I'll see you guys later. I love you.